Bonjour SJ. This week's going to be a writing task and you're going to be writing about an outfit and giving it a full description in French. So your first task is a quick starter task, just a match-up. You've got descriptions written in sentences and you've got the pictures there, so it's just a case of matching the numbers to the letters. See what you can remember. So your main task this week is going to be a writing task. Now it's important that you think about pulling together all of the elements that you've been learning over the last few lessons. So I'm looking for you bringing in your information on the items of clothing, the colours, the materials, the patterns, and also the opinions. Okay, so I want you to find somebody who's wearing something exciting that you can describe. So it could be somebody famous, it could be a film star, it could be a singer that you like, it could be a character from a film, or it could be a character from a game. In the past we've had people do, a Fortnite character successfully. So as long as they've got something on that you can describe in full detail. Okay, so you're going to be writing a French paragraph describing as much as you can about what they've got on and what the colours of it are, what it looks like, what you think of it. So I've got quite a lot of examples over the next few slides to give you the idea of what I'm looking for. So we'll look at them and then it's up over to you to come up with something fabulous. Okay, so here's the first example. It starts: Elle porte un jean moulin bleu clair, un pull à manches longues blanc uni et les talons hauts blancs. So saying she's got on light blue skinny jeans, long sleeve plain white jumper and white high heels. Okay, so very descriptive. We've got all the elements there. Then we've got an opinion. Je pense que les talons hauts sont jolis mais inconfortables. So I think that the high heels are pretty but uncomfortable. Okay. Elle porte aussi une montre chère et un petit sac rose. So she's also wearing an expensive watch and a small pink bag. À mon avis, sa tenue est élégante et à la mode. So in my opinion, her outfit is smart and fashionable. Okay, so that's the sort of thing I'd be looking for in an ideal world. Okay, this is another example which is also bringing in some extra vocabulary about how the person looks to show off that you can still remember that stuff from first year, but it doesn't have to have this stuff in here. But just, je veux présenter Justin, il a un look branché, il a 17 ans et il est canadien, il a les cheveux courts et bruns et les yeux marrons. Il a choisi un jean noir et un t-shirt blanc. C'est génial, je trouve que cette casquette est chouette. Il porte aussi des baskets blanches qui sont très à la mode. Okay, so think about these elements here. Okay, this is another example, so a little bit longer, but similar sort of thing. Okay, so you need to think about who you want to choose. Find a good picture that's got all these elements that we can describe well. Okay, in order to help you put your sentences together, here is a grid that's got quite a lot of vocabulary on it. And the way it works is if you're describing something, you work from left to right. Now, one thing to pay attention to is in the colour column, they've just given you the colours, but you may have to change the colour and put the correct adjective ending on depending on the gender of the word. Okay, so look back at your notes on that so you can get that done properly. And likewise, when you've got the adjectives, you might have to add on an extra E or whatever for that to make sense, okay? I really want you to just stick with the vocabulary that's either you know or that is here. I do not wish you to use Google Translate to add in anything extra, because the whole point of the exercise is for me to see if you've understood what we've been learning the last few lessons and know how to put it together. I don't really want to see something that machine has done. I want to see what you can do. That helps me to plan and also to know what you haven't understood so that I can make my lessons better the next time. Okay? For those of you that are struggling to find a picture or you're struggling to think about how to do this, here's a scaffolded version that you can do if you're really stuck. I would really like you to try your own one, but if you really can't do it, then here's one here with gaps to fill in that you could do instead. But this is an last resort. And there's another choice on the next slide. So as I say, this is a last resort choice if you can't come up with a picture of your own, okay, to fill in. I really look forward to seeing what you come up with. Hope you do something really creative and we can make a nice fashion show board somewhere in the classroom so it's ready to welcome you when you get back into school.